Hey y'all, hey, how's it going? How you doing? How you feeling? How are things with you? I hope you are all doing very well wherever you are. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, whatever time it is where you are. My name is Sasha. If you are new, welcome back to my channel. If you're a returning subscriber, welcome back, my loyal royals. So good to see you. If you are new to the family, welcome to the family, my new loyal royals. So good to finally meet you. Please make sure you hit that subscribe button. Please make sure you do subscribe. Please make sure you give this video a thumbs up. Go ahead and share it with your friends, families, and other aviation enthusiasts. Please, again, make sure you subscribe. It really does help me out. Hit that thumbs up button. Again, it helps me out. And it makes so you can, just let others know that you like what you see. Please go ahead and follow me over on Twitter at DragonPink07. I'm very active on Twitter, so please go follow me over there. I would highly appreciate it. So, today, first of all, not even today, but first off, how are you guys enjoying the series? Are you learning something new about the different airlines? Please let me know, because it does take a lot of research to go along with all these videos and a lot to put together. So definitely let me know how you are faring out. Have you decided yet? Are you going to fly any of the carriers that I've mentioned thus far? Please let me know. I would definitely appreciate it. I would love to know what you think so far. So, to run down the list, as we keep going through this, we've gone with the number one, which was Qatar. Behind Qatar in the list was Delta. Behind Delta was Singapore. And then now we're going to go... Who was behind Singapore? I don't even remember my own list. Behind Singapore was JetBlue. And now behind JetBlue is going to be a different one. We're headed back to Asia on this side. We're headed all the way over to Japan. This one was hard because I love everything about Japan, Japanese culture. So I wanted to give a little info on it, but at the same time, I'm like, I don't want to go too much into it. But we're going to see how I do on this one. Japan, an island country in East Asia, situated in the Northwest Pacific Ocean and bordered on the west by the Sea of Japan. The 5 main islands are Hokkaido, Honshu, which is the mainland, Shikoku, Kyushu, and Okinawa, with its capital being the illuminated city of Tokyo. Japan is the 11th most populous country in the world, as well as the most densely populated and urbanized. According to the 2022 estimated population census, the population is currently estimated at 124,214,766 people. Now, these numbers do vary depending on the source, as a lot did happen over the last couple of years, and I'm sure everybody's aware of why. But the number from what I saw has either dropped drastically or has stayed constant. But depending on the source will depend on what you get for the population. But for the most part, it's still a high number. Japan is full of many amenities that can make the country seem like something out of a fairy tale. Beautiful aesthetic scenery, stunning historical areas such as temples and shrines, delicious food, mesmerizing city lights that make you feel like you're in stardom, kind people, and culture steeped in thousands of years of history. Not to mention, Japan is every otaku's dreamscape, being the home of anime. However, even with all of these amazing facts that makes the country a mesmerizing gem, there is also another that calls Japan home, that of which is one of the next top airlines in the world. We have All Nippon ANA Airways. Headquartered in Shidome City Center in the Shidome area of Minato Ward of Tokyo. Founded in December 27th of 1952, originally as Nippon Helicopter, Nippon Helicopter would begin services in February of 1953. Operating its first cargo flight between Osaka and Tokyo using a day Havelaar DH-104 Dove. This is one of those ones where it's another airplane I've never heard of, never seen before until I looked it up. Gotta admit, pretty cool looking plane. But yeah, that's one of the ones that they use first. The first scheduled flight was flown by a Japanese pilot in post-war Japan. Passenger service will begin February 1st of 1954. A few years later, December 1957, Nippon Helicopter changed its name to All Nippon Airways Company. However, ANA has another ancestor that was founded December 26, 1952, that of which is Far East Airlines. However, in March of 1958, Far East merged with All Nippon and the airline received a new name, Japan Air Transport. As years passed, ANA would continue to grow and make changes to help grow the airline. In 1969, ANA introduced the Boeing 737 to the fleet. With the new addition and growing connections to other contract companies, the network grew sensationally. By 1974, ANA had Japan's largest domestic airline network. The Ministry of Transport granted a monopoly on international flights that lasted until 1986. The international charter flights operated from Tokyo to Hong Kong. In November of 1971, 6 Lockheed L-1011s would join the fleet. Fast forward to 1986, passenger flights began from Tokyo to Guam. Following that would be flights to Los Angeles and Washington, D.C. By the end of the same year, ANA entered a service agreement with American Airlines. And as far as I know, I believe that agreement continues till today. As the growth continued, international services grew, including routes to Beijing, Dalian, Hong Kong, Sydney, Seoul, London, Saipan, Paris, New York, and Singapore. In the early 1990s, ANA added the A320 and A321 to its fleet, as well as the Boeing 747-400 series. 9 years later, in 1999, ANA would join the Star Alliance. Star Alliance is actually a very good network. It's a very big network of carriers, and they're all connected, pretty much almost kind of like Interline. And it's very helpful when it comes to bouncing around different connection cities and different countries. And I believe they also come with different benefits as well. I'll leave a link down below if I can find it for more information on Star Alliance. Main hubbed out of Narita International Airport with international routes that cover the entirety of Japan and extends through China, Korea, India, Southeast Asia, Canada, the United States, Mexico, Australia, and Western Europe. All Nippon has code-share agreements currently with 37 airlines and has a fleet of 214 aircraft. So as you can see, over the course of time, All Nippon has definitely grown and is continuing to grow. They are very well reviewed and very well maintained as an airline and very highly respected among those in the industry. Fun fact, did you know? All Nippon actually used to have Pokémon themed airplanes. They had Pokémon themed airplanes, which I really wish I would have had a chance to fly on. However, sadly, all of those that were in the fleet have been retired and currently rest in wherever they have them stowed away at. But they were pretty cool. Each one was designed with a specific Pokemon theme, and the stewardesses, or flight attendants as we call them, were dressed accordingly with Pokemon themed outfits. Not like costumes or anything like that, but like their outfits had Pokemon on them, I believe. But it would have been pretty cool to see. But they are retired. But yeah, so All Nippon Airways is one of the top ranked airlines in the world. If you plan to fly Japan, fly to Japan, more than likely you will catch a hike on the pond, depending on where you fly from. I believe if you fly from the west coast of the United States, you have a better chance of flying on ANA than if you flew from, say, the middle of the United States or somewhere else, or unless you're already in Asia, then of course you have a better chance of catching them. But if you have flown them, let me know in the comments down below, what was your experience like? Because I know for a fact I would definitely like to fly on the pond and see what that's like. I do have a friend that flew them, so I would have to ask her what her experience was like. But that is it for this video. Please give it a thumbs up. Please make sure you subscribe to my channel. Let me know how I'm doing so far when it comes to this series. Let me know if you're enjoying this series. If you're not, please let me know what I can do better to make it so that you can enjoy it the next time I try this around. All in that, make sure you subscribe. Please make sure you give this video a thumbs up. Go ahead and share it with your friends and other aviation enthusiasts. Please make sure you follow me over on Twitter at DragonPink07. I will see you tomorrow for the next airline. Bye.